Hello guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I just wanted to show you the process of creating this beautiful portrait with markers. Now, I have to tell you, I kind of fell in love with working with markers. I had so much fun working on this portrait. I wanted to rest a bit from colored pencils, and I thought how nice it would be just to create some very nice portrait and work on it with the markers. If you want to draw this with me, you have a link to my Patreon page where I'm uploading real-time step-by-step tutorials, and you will be able to find a video of creating the sketch first and then coloring it with markers. So I find these kinds of practices very relaxing because you don't have the reference photo here at all, so basically the stress of whether it's going to turn out exactly like the reference photo or not, if we chose the right colors or not, the whole pressure just disappears because here we have a full freedom of actually doing whatever we feel like. And having practices like this from time to time, doing something from your imagination and just realizing how fun and easy this can be, and relaxing of course, is something that you can really benefit from when it comes to your drawing process. I just love the fact that I don't have to overthink it, and I love the freedom of it so much. Also, something that I really love is that you don't actually need that much time to finish this. So if you're one of those people who just doesn't prefer to spend hours and hours on drawing something, this medium is just perfect for you. It took me about an hour to finish the sketch with the colored pencil and an hour and a half to color this, and you will see in the end how great it turned out. I just used some colors I thought would be good for the skin tone. I wanted to make her very simple but very beautiful at the same time, and I think that having a sketch with black colored pencil or any kind of colored pencil as a base for a sketch makes your process so much faster and easier because you already have certain shades, so once you layer the markers over it, the places where there is more shadings with the colored pencil would turn out a bit darker, and the places where you don't have any shades at all will turn out, of course, lighter. So again guys, I just love the freedom here. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves how free art can be and to create something from our minds. We don't have to use the references all the time in order to create something nice. Sometimes we just need to give our minds some freedom and enjoy in it. I remember when I was a kid, I loved creating sketches and drawings from my head. I remember watching Cinderella loads of times just so I can create some scene from my mind. And I love that freedom. I even remember which scene I recreated from my mind. It was a scene where those mean sisters tore the dress of Cinderella and tore her necklace. That scene somehow stayed in my head, so I wanted to challenge myself by giving myself the freedom to work on it from my mind. I think that all of us should do this from time to time. I believe that we artists are collecting certain scenes in our heads, and we kind of storage them somewhere, and sooner or later we kind of transfer it to our drawings. It doesn't have to be something in particular, it can be some sort of emotion or a detail, but I believe that storing certain scenes in our minds, we are creating a very rich base for our future creations. So from time to time, try and peek inside of that particular folder, try to search for it in your head somehow, and try to see what can you get out of it. You never know what you will be able to create if you dive into it a bit more. But yes, all I can say is how much I enjoy the freedom here. Again, I felt so relaxed and I just enjoyed working on each and every part of this illustration. I wanted to use just the markers, so I went back and forth with them just so I could color and cover everything and get some very nice transitions in the end. I didn't even know how nice transition you can get with the markers. I always thought that you need to correct certain things with colored pencils if you want to get some very nice and cool transitions between the colors. So once I got to know the markers, I fell in love with how easy you can get these transitions and how cool they can actually look like. You have a whole list of the markers that I used on my Patreon page where I uploaded a real-time video of this. So again, if you want to know more about this illustration and work with me step by step and see the whole process and follow it, make sure to check out my Patreon page. For some of you who already follows my work, you know how much I like to go crazy with the hair color choices. But this time I wanted to create something very basic, so I decided to go with something more natural, like the brown hair. I just love the contrast it gave me here between her face, the makeup, and her hair. I also wanted to make her dress black so I could use the Uniposca over it and create something nice on top of it. Whenever I have something very basic like this, black dresses, I always like to decorate it with the Uniposca white gel pen. It kind of gives some very nice results, and it's always a good way to create something simple but nicely looking at the same time. I got the idea for the background almost at the end of this illustration. I felt like she should have something reddish, some a bit more sophisticated color that would go very well with the whole illustration, and also something shiny. So I just glued some shimmery things, and I'm not sure exactly how to call this in English, but you will get the idea of it once you see the end of this drawing. I didn't even know how to Google the name of it, so please don't mind my lack of knowledge. Here, when it comes to English language, you will know what it is in the end of the video. I just happened to have these things at home, and I just thought how cool this would look like on this particular drawing. In my college, whenever we were doing some illustrations or a particular piece, the professors were basically making us to get out of the box when it comes to thinking about our drawings and try to see what we could use, redraw, glue something on our work, maybe tear something apart and then tape it back on, but in a different way. Basically, whatever it takes just so the piece would look even more interesting. But I didn't go, of course, as crazy here as I was doing in my college. This was a very basic thing to do, just to glue these parts, but I kind of really like the idea to do this on this piece. I remember how cool certain illustrations look like with creating something different, taping something on it, adding certain parts over the drawing, even adding some pieces of materials like whatever your mind could think of at that moment. So whenever you feel uninspired, try to go out of the box when it comes to thinking about a particular illustration or basically a drawing, and just try to experiment with this. Do whatever it takes to make your piece even more interesting. You never know what will come up in the end. And as you can see, I think that she turned out quite nicely. Let me know in the comment section down below if you like this portrait. I really think that drawing with markers can be so much fun and so relaxing, and also a great getaway from colored pencils. And if you want to get some cool and faster results. And I forgot to say that I use the Ohuhu markers on Strathmore Bristol Board 300 series, and I have to say how much I love these markers. I got a set of 120 pieces, and I think this set is more than enough for you to get some amazing and very nice drawings and illustrations. And I think this would be all for today's video. I truly hope you enjoyed watching as much as I did creating this illustration. Again, kindly let me know in the comment section down below if you like it, and also kindly subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to get notified every time I post new drawings. Also, you can check out my other social medias that I will link in the description below, so if you want to see more of my work, just follow the links below. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I see you in another video. Much love, guys. Bye bye.